Good evening, everybody. Oh, lights on, camera action. Evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on Sunday when I wasn't here. I was thinking of you. So thank you for joining in on that day. But it's nicer to be here if I possibly can. And so here I am. So it's Wednesday, and I've decided we're going to have a little bit of a change round on some of the Wednesdays. If we can, I'd like to do a little bit of a challenge. And so the challenge is going to be different each time. And it would be nice if you take part in it. I don't mean right here, right now, but in the next week or so, next few days, if you're sitting in your craft room thinking, what shall I do? I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, then I wonder if you would like to take part in the challenge. So the challenge is this time called Past and Present. So simply we make a card with something that's we've already got, something from the past. In this case, I'm going to use this, which is the Sweet Daisy stamp and die set from Julie Hickey Designs. Past because it came out a couple of months ago. It's actually just a few back in stock again. So that's what I'm using for my past. My present is going to be the scalloped and stitched 7 squares, easy frames. So that's what I'm going to use for that. I've already cut them out of heather and soft lavender. And I'm excited to say that, not that I've got it here at the moment, but I've got new card on its way. I'll be uploading it over the next few days, but I'm really pleased. It's 2 different companies, and the pink versions came through in the post today. Oh my goodness. Everything that I now do will be in pink, because I know you will have heard me say about the fact that I can't get a pink that I like. Well, that has now changed. The pink is to die for. It's called baby pink and it's beautiful. So I can't wait to show that. I have to say, unfortunately, the colours never show very well on these monitors. So you'll just have to take my enthusiasm and bear with me on it, because when we do get to them, they are beautiful. So I've got a range in blues, pinks and purples coming. They are in matte colours and they are in pearl colours. So yeah, excited to show you those soon. Not just yet, but soon. So that's my past dies, present dies, and then I'm going to be a little bit cheeky because I'm going to work with a possible future one as well. So that's my challenge to you. Grab a die that you've had for absolutely ages and you haven't really used. Grab a die that you're using at the moment. Why not one of the easy frames? And make a card. So the card that I'm going to do today is going to be a 7-inch card. So let's bring that in. So I'm going to use it as a top folding, and I've cut, as I said, the outer die from heather card and the inner die from soft lavender. I thought they went well together, and that's going to go onto my card. Now, I haven't crafted since I was away at the weekend, and so I'm delighted to tell you that when I picked up this glue gun, having left it for a week, absolutely fine. Can you believe it? Absolutely spot on straight away. So really, really delighted about that. So let's just place our scallop or our stitch one into position. And then we'll leave that to one side whilst we get on with our card. Now, I have cut a piece of white hammered card because I like the texture, and I'm going to stick that into the centre of my card. And that piece is 14 by 14 centimetres. Normally, I've cut out my white frame usually. Like this one where I've cut the soft lavender is often white, and then I use the waist in the middle, but I've had to cut a separate piece. I've used the hammer card because I like to see a little bit of texture, but you could use ordinary smooth card. So pop that to one side for the moment, and then I'm going to grab super smooth. So this piece of card is white super smooth because I want to stamp my image on there. I'm going to tuck that right in the corner, and I'm going to take just this one, which is the double daisy, and peel that on there. Oh yeah, sorry, has it not got sorry, I'm reading the questions now. Yeah, it might be at the very end on the All Things YouTube, the Sweet Daisy, or it is in Julie Hickey bit if you have not got it otherwise. Oh, forgotten what I was going to say now. Don't know. So I'm going to be colouring it in a minute with Copic markers. So I'm using Memento in Tuxedo Black. So that's my go-to. It's a bit of a dry one, so I'm probably going to have to do it twice. So I'm just going to press that down. Oh no, oh, that's a pretty one, isn't that? And I did think I might do it in mauve as well, because the whole sort of colour theme is mauve, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do it just in the black because I do want to make it sort of pop. So I'm then going to take some colours because I'm going to colour that in. And I have got my Copic markers. So I've got VO1, which is called Heath. And this one is VO4, which is called Lilac. I'm not 100% sure that I want both of them, to be honest with you. So I just sort of thought I would give them a go. So I'm just going to colour this petal in. And whilst I do, I will just... Oh, right, okay. So just reading what I've got to remember to tell you. So we have got an all-day workshop coming up in Chichester in West Sussex this weekend, which we've got people travelling from all over the place to. So I can't wait to see you all again. I'm not quite sure what the furthest distance, but it's got to be over 200 miles that our Sandra's coming from. I think she wins the prize this time. But we've got people coming sort of from 100, 150, 50 miles away, and some that live just around the corner. So it's a really lovely bunch of people that I can't wait to see again. So looking forward to seeing you all, folks. And I will be here also on Sunday for you with some hopefully new products that have just come through as well, which I can't wait to show you. So I'm just going to look at that before I go mad with the other colour and just think, I think I can take that other colour. So what I'm thinking of is I don't want anything too pale there because I've got brightish colours there. So I'm going to go with this colour. So when you're doing Copic markers, as I said, that number is for VO4 and this one is VO1. And it stands to reason that in between those two, there's a VO2 and a VO3, gradually getting darker. In an ideal world, I haven't got it, but in an ideal world, it would be even better if I had sort of perhaps VO3 maybe, but let's be brave. So I'm just going to go here first, along these lines here. So just, now you could have stamped these onto mauve card if you're not keen on colouring, but I'm just going over the lines which are kind of shaded there. Then I'm going to take my VO1 back again and just blend them together because I don't want them to stand out quite so much as that. So just blending it over. So when you are working with alcohol markers, that is what you need to do to blend those colours in. Don't just put them down like you do with a ordinary felt tip pen. And when you look on the other side, you should start to see those inks coming through a little bit. Quite liking that, but I think I'm going to go even a bit darker. Yes, much better with the colour blending, isn't it? So I'm just going to go a little bit here. So I'm just going over simply where the lines that the designer has drawn, has put a little bit in for shading. That's all. Not adding any of my own lines, just those ones. Then I'm going to go back in and blend them together, which is the whole idea of this sort of thing. So if you have got a card to do this week, or if you're just sitting in your craft room thinking, what shall I play with? Grab something that you have had sitting in there that you possibly haven't even opened and give it a go. Get that one out and just see what you think, what you could achieve with it. I'm just going to go in over that top bit again and here, but it does need to be blended in a little bit more. Whoops. So I'm just going back again with my lighter colour just to blend those in. Whilst I'm working on this as well, just want to say I very much doubt that she's here, but I haven't had a chance to look. Is I can't see her. Is Carol. Carol normally lives in Norway, but she's over here because her daughter's getting married this Saturday. So sending all our love and best wishes to that family. Also Anne. Anne is very poorly in hospital at the moment, so a shout out to her as well. Now I'm going to go over with just this colour, the dark one, just onto that sort of centerpiece. I'm going to go over to make that very dark. It's not blended as I want, so I'm going to just go over it again. So every time you're putting an extra layer on, but you're building it up, and it's ideal to get this sort of shade and shadow. As I said, if you aren't happy colouring, don't have colours, absolutely fine. Just stamp onto a piece of mauve card and do it like that, because that will be equally lovely. But if you like fiddling, this is ideal. So let me bring it up so you can see that by getting these darker colours, I'm going to do one more layer. Okay, so you can see now it's really coming through the back because this soaks up. But you do, ideally, you do need to have super smooth card to do your stamping on. If you're not very happy with how your stampings come out, it could well be to do with the fact that you've not got the really best paper for the job. Invest in a little bit. Well, I say invest, it's not really expensive, but it's not ideal to stamp and colour onto the, what's it called, the hammered card. It doesn't really work very much there. So just going to blend that in a bit more. I think I saw that Nicola was watching. Nicola, can you get in touch with me and tell me what flower dye that you want for our next workshop, please? That would be great. All the workshop packs have gone out otherwise, but yeah, I like that. Do you like that? I like that. Now I'm going to leave that to soak in and dry a little bit, and I need to get a very thin have to be very careful, a very thin layer of green. So I'm going to use the brush stroke of my YG93 greyish yellow, because I just want a very thin line in here. Oh, I can hardly talk when I'm concentrating trying to get within the line. Oh, am I going to do it? I've done that one. Hold on, I've still got one to do. I'm not going to do lots of shading on that, that's for sure. Goodness me. That really would be, well, probably unnecessary, to be fair, because it's a very thin piece, is it not? Okay. Yeah, leave it. Just leave it. So this stamp set comes with the dies, which make life so much easier. I'm going to use that double die, obviously, on top of there. Grab a little bit of low tack tape to keep that into position. Hold that into position. And then just tape that there. I put a bit down on the bottom because otherwise it could easily move around. And I'm just going to run that through my die cutting machine. I don't quite know how I managed to get that. Do you get that? These bits of low tack tape, I cannot tell you how many times when I've been nowhere near the craft room, I suddenly discover that I've got a bit of this stuck to me somewhere. It could be on my coat, it could be on my nightie, it could be on my shoes, anywhere. It's just incredible stuff, just when you least expect it. So pop that into there, just run that through and bring back my card there. Don't forget, thumbs up please, down here somewhere. Booked the day off and not noticed that the booking was, did not notice that the booking was on the site. June, do you know the choices? The choices are hibiscus, tulip, aster, and coneflower. That's what you're going for. But you should hopefully have had an email telling you all about it. So I'm really quite pleased with that. If you can see that now looks, because I added the darker bit there, that now looks really goes in together, so that this dark colour here is sort of that dark bit there. Looks pretty, doesn't it? I'm very pleased with that, even though I say it myself. Do remember to take this off, otherwise you will throw the piece of paper away. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's done that, and the die included if we don't. So pop those back together. Now, I'm going to then pop this all together. But I have also got a little sentiment. Now, the sentiment is something that I'm sort of playing about with. So I've cut out two. I'm just going to put one on top of the other. It says follow your dreams, because the card that I'm making is not for anything specific today. Oh, now I've got it stuck. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto the back of one and then just drop it down onto the other one. Okay. Yeah, so Sunday, as I say, 6 o'clock. Hope you can join me for them. I think I saw we had a new lady. Was it Annie from near Bristol? Welcome, Annie. Lovely to have you here. All of the 500 plus videos are there for anyone to look at any time. If you simply go to YouTube channel, then search Maximum Crafts with an S on the end, and you will find there all the different ones. So it goes back. Well, do you know what? I had Facebook thing come up today to say, congratulations, you're 8 years old. So our little group, who I think I saw that Fiona was with us today as well. And Fiona, I think, was one of the first ones ever. So happy birthday, Fiona, if you can call it such a thing. Hold on. To get it right in the place. So yeah, 8 years ago we started in a very different way than we are now. So there's my sentiment there. So I've cut that one out of the soft lavender. So this is sort of a prototype, really, not available. Whether it will be or not, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. So if I put this onto my card base now, the theory is, just looking at it now, that one's going to go over there. That one's going to go down there. And a few little Ujima flips, whatchamacallits, and we're done. So, usual thing, foam onto there. Foam is back in stock tomorrow, so look out for the website for that. Loads of things come back in stock this week. So yeah, the 2mm foam is back in stock tomorrow morning, so I will be popping that back on the website for you. So that comes as a roll of 2mm foam. It's a 25 meter roll, so it is quite huge, but it will last you for ages, and it's so much easier if you're going to do frames and things and you want to put the foam on. It is a really easy way to do it. So I'm just going to put that centrally onto my card. So I've got the top fold of my card is up top here. Pop that on there. Now what I also wanted to do was grab some of my Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to add my Wink of Stella to so I'm not putting it all the way down. So this is just a clear glitter in a pen, and I'm just adding it to the petals only and not colouring them all in, because it's just like putting some glue on and then sprinkling glitter over it, but it actually just such a lovely finish. Hold on, see if I can catch the light. Probably not. Just about, I think, just about there. Just shows that it glitters a little bit, which just gives it a really nice finish. So I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to grab some foam to go onto the back there. Now, be a bit ambitious to expect me to get a bit in the middle, wouldn't it? Who knows? Who knows what might happen now? I'm going to cut a very thin slither off. Let's see. Stranger things have happened. There you go. Very thin bit there. I think you could use, obviously, silicone glue, so like Pinflair or something like that, if you wish. See, there's a little bit tucked out there. So bringing back my card again, I'm going to bring that one into the side. I'm going to pop that down on there. Did I say that I cut that out of soft lavender? I think I did, but I am denied whether to cut it out of soft lavender or all of the darker heather. But I decided that the soft lavender was gentler. We wanted the flower to be the focal point, opposed to the sentiment, really. So there we go. Now, you could almost write on there, couldn't you, so that it gets in there. Sorry. Just making sure that I've got a little bit of glue all the way round. I think I have. Oh, Rodney's squeaking his toy when I'm on. I mean, can't you train your dog, Stella? Basically, you know, if I'm here, then silence is golden, Rodney. Sir Rodney. Bless him. I have to, sorry. I've suddenly realised that there's a butterfly there that needs a little bit of glitter on his wings, and then there's a little flower there. Yeah, I know. Not sure if you can see that. Probably not. You can see it's wet, but not that it glitters. Now, I am sort of just one more tempted bit here, but I'm not 100% sure. What I was going to do you remember when I did, whoops, not that one. I've got the very light one here. Do you remember when I did a card about a couple of weeks ago, the daisy one, and I put some little 3 dots? Dare I? What do you think? 3 dots or not 3 dots? Don't know. No. Oh, Fiona says no. Stella says yes. Who shall I pay attention to? Well, I was thinking, what about that? Oh, I've also got, do watch out for that. I've also got some beautiful sequins from Spellbinders that I'm going to be using as well. They are, well, yeah. Now, I am paying attention. Yes, I was thinking gems. I'd use leftover diamond art gems on my cards as the colours match up. Oh, okay. Francis says, no, stay away from the dots. I don't know. I could take these off, folks. So let me just play. I'm going to go for the very smallest ones. And let me just, I don't know. Am I spoiling it or am I enhancing? Oh, could do one there. It's really shining. It is in these lights anyway. Now I could take these off. I shall be guided by you peoples. What do you think? 3 down, top left. Oh, good God. Yes and no. I'm not 100% sure. Hold on. Wait a minute. What about that? Take that one off. Any better? I can see you all. I can see you all screaming yes and no in advance. I'm thinking I really quite like that one in the middle there, because that does go with the sparkly bit there. But these aren't quite right, are they? They're not quite right. They're sort of like random. And I'm not 100% sure myself. I don't know. Well, there you were, thinking that you could go and get your dinner after all, and she's still fiddling about with gems, eh? I really can't decide. I can't decide if it looks better to just leave it. Sometimes less is more, isn't it? Don't you think? I saw a beautiful card the other day with so simple, and I thought, yeah, there was hardly anything to it. Oh, not that I can pick this one up. Oh, now it's sticking when I oh, come here, little gem. Da-da. Got all the time in the world, haven't we? Not really. What do you think? Is that one any better? A few more little drops around, randomly placed. Leave those gems alone. Oh dear. I think along those lines, eh? Along those lines. Anyway, I like the idea that it does it in real life. I think it probably looks better than on there because it does glitter quite nicely. Yeah, random's better, isn't it? And I think that that looks nice in the centre there. You probably can't see it's glittering, but with the Winker Stella, it does glitter quite nicely. So Winker Stella just gives like a little soft touch rather than hard. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So don't forget, this is a challenge for you. If you're going to make a card or you're going to get in your craft room and you're not quite sure what you're doing this week, then challenge yourself to do a past and present card. So the past is using a die or a stamp or something that you haven't used for absolutely ages. Maybe even better if it's one that you just haven't opened, because I mean I wouldn't ever do anything like that, she says, looking at a huge pile of such a thing. But yeah, so try and do that with something, maybe one of the easy frames if you've got it. Have a go at it, have a bit of a play with it and see what you can come up with, and then pop it onto our Facebook group over on Maximum Crafts Facebook group. Love to see you there if you're not already a member. And that reminds me, I get an awful lot of friend requests, which is fantastic. And it's lovely to have you as my friend on Facebook. However, you probably then get to my Facebook page and thought, I thought she made cards, because I very, very, very rarely go onto my own Facebook page, and I don't put any cards on there. It just doesn't happen. Where you need to be is Maximum Crafts Facebook page. So do go over there and have a good look. So thank you very much for joining me today with my challenge. So my challenge, I'm quite pleased how that came out. So thank you very much. As I said, thumbs up, please. That would be absolutely great if you can. Lots of new things coming up over the next couple of weeks. A new frame on the 24th launch, so do look out for that. But I will be back in the meantime, both Saturday with my real people. Real people. I get to see some real people. In Chichester at an all-day workshop. Can't wait to see that. Spring is in the air for those people. It's going to be great. And this one, meant to say, this one is for the 7-inch card, but we have a new version, not like this, but a sort of mix and match for the 6-inch cards coming as well. So that's something to look out for, but not on the 24th. The 24th is a brand new one. Can't wait to show you all that as well. In the meantime, I'll be back this Sunday, which is the 17th. I'll be back at 6 o'clock in person, live. Can't wait for you to join me. Thank you so much for everyone that did today. Have a great few days. And I am a real person. You're all real people, I know. But you know what I mean? I can't. Well, yeah. I just like to see everybody. So take care. See you soon. Bye.